Michael Vick with speed. Stays on his feet. Into the end zone. Falcons win. Jackson to throw for it. Back of the end zone. It is caught.
Nobody can throw like this. It's just a flick of the wrist.
Oh! He broke his ankles. He is Houdini.
I mean, that's Michael Vick in 2004.
The original Madden cheat code Michael Vick takes on the evolution of his own prototype, Lamar Jackson. Which human joystick will come out on top? It's Michael Vick versus Lamar Jackson. Both players were highly touted prospects coming into the league. Vick was drafted first overall in the 2001 NFL Draft after a stellar career at Virginia Tech, where he led the Hokies to a BCS national title appearance.
And Vick straight back going deep. He's got his man open. He's got Davis. Got him. Touchdown.
Jackson played his college ball at Louisville, winning the Heisman Trophy in his sophomore season, beating out Deshaun Watson and Baker Mayfield. He also won the Walter Camp Award as Player of the Year and the Maxwell Award as the best all-around player in college football. However, he fell to the last pick of the first round, with the Baltimore Ravens trading up to draft him.
Jackson rolls out and just waltzes into the end zone. A hat trick of rushing touchdowns in the first half.
Physically, they're very similar players. Vick entered the league at 6 feet even, 210 pounds, and clocked a 4.33 40-yard dash at the combine. A record for QBs that still stands 20 years later. Jackson is a bit taller at 6'2", 216 pounds. Though he declined participating in combine agility drills to focus on his passing skills, Jackson has stated he runs a 4.34 40. Speed kills is an everlasting truth in the NFL, and both these players are clearly elite runners. But how do they compare as NFL QBs? Let's look at the numbers.
Jackson floats it. He's got Andrews.
Through 3 seasons, Lamar Jackson has played in 46 games. It took Michael Vick 4 years to play 43 games due to a combination of injuries and a partial redshirt season. So we'll compare the two through those respective seasons. Jackson has been the better passer across the board. He has a higher completion percentage, more touchdowns, fewer interceptions, and posts a much higher passer rating. Jackson also takes fewer sacks, only 68 to Vick's 109. Yards per attempt also fall in Jackson's favor, as does adjusted net yards per attempt.
This is what Michael Vick is capable of doing, being able to keep a defense off guard.
But these QBs aren't just passers. They're the best athletes on the field with the dynamic ability to gain chunks of yardage with their feet.
Lamar Jackson cuts it up. Look at the speed by Lamar Jackson.
Jackson has more rushing touchdowns than Vick, 19 to 13, and averages about 12 more rushing yards per game. However, Vick averages more yards per attempt. This could be attributed to the way these QBs are used. Most of Jackson's rushing yards come from designed run plays, and the Ravens' offense is formulated around his dual threat ability. Vick played in a West Coast offense and racked up a majority of his yards on scrambles after the play broke down, with the Falcons coaching staff seeing this as a bonus, not a skill to game plan around.
Vick in trouble, escapes. Look at this, look at that.
In his 6th season, Vick became the first quarterback to run for 1,000 yards in a season, averaging a whopping 8.4 yards per carry. Jackson, however, broke that record in his 2nd season, running for 1,206 yards on 6.9 yards per attempt. Vick does narrow the numbers gap in the playoffs. Both played in 4 playoff games in this time span, and Vick just edges out Jackson in completion percentage, TD interception ratio, and passer rating. Vick also took fewer sacks, gained more yards per rush attempt, and went 2-2 in the playoffs to Jackson's 1-3.
Jackson's going to keep it, has plenty, first down and plenty more.
Despite being one of the most electric players in the game during his time, Vick didn't rack up many awards. He earned 2 Pro Bowl appearances in his first 4 years and ended his career with 4 total Pro Bowls. He also won the Burt Bell Award and Comeback Player of the Year in 2010. Vick currently holds records for career yards per carry at 7.0 and career rushing yards for a quarterback, 6,109. In his short time in the league, Jackson has already earned the highest individual award, becoming a unanimous NFL MVP in just his 2nd season.
Congratulations to this year's most valuable player, Lamar Jackson.
He was also voted first-team All-Pro that year, earned a Pro Bowl nod, led the league in passing touchdowns, and won a Burt Bell Award. So now that you've heard both sides of the story, it's time to decide. The visor-wearing human highlight reel Michael Vick or the newest evolution of the dual-threat quarterback Lamar Jackson. Who you got, Vick or Jackson? Sound off in the comments with who you think is better and why. Who should we compare next? Let us know, and thanks for watching.